Today is one of those days where you just should not be on Twitter. And that's because plastered everywhere, there have been videos of celebrity Perez Hilton essentially lacerating their entire body while on a TikTok live, and it's very graphic. Now, you may not recognize the name or the face, but this is Perez Hilton, or it may intentionally be Perez Hilton. They became a celebrity themselves as effectively being probably like the forefather of drama channels, I guess, like mine, but just a bit more raunchy and salacious. He created this blog called PerezHilton.com where he talked about celebrity gossip, and he became a podcaster, that kind of thing. He would take paparazzi photos and draw on them crudely with MS Paint. Like it was just the beginning of the gossip stuff. And because he'd do this quicker than tabloid magazines, things like that, he ended up finding his own success. I figured simply because I wasn't super aware of who this individual was before everything that's happened today, there's a good chance that there's a lot of viewers who don't know who I'm talking about as well. But now that leads us into what's happened and what's been plastered all over Twitter today. And that is the video of this individual going onto TikTok Live and effectively self-harming themselves. And people at first thought it was a joke because this person, Perez, is truly covered head to toe in blood. They cut themselves all over their body, truly from head to toe, and were just kind of on TikTok Live. And as a matter of fact, during this, they ended up jumping into a call with multiple other people. In tandem with that fact, I want to make it very clear, this was not a stunt they were pulling or anything like that. Like them actually cutting themselves everywhere is very clearly they are having some sort of mental health crisis. There's some speculation as to what brought this on. People are pointing to multiple different things. Apparently, previously they had just had a sepsis, and apparently there is something with sepsis delusion that can happen afterwards, and people have cited that. But with all that being said, some other people have covered this, and there has been a bit of an issue in terms of during this TikTok live that they were on, they joined a call with 3 other individuals. And people like Moist Critical have had an issue with how these other individuals were responding to seeing Perez in the state that they are, and the fact that they did absolutely nothing to help.
What's up, fuckers?
Oh, 5,000.
Perez, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm committing suicide.
Perez, what are you doing?
No, that's not what we're doing here. No. No.
Yes, it is.
I don't think it's clear if these were actual friends of Perez or if he had just joined a random TikTok live, but you could hear there, they seem a bit concerned and maybe a little confused at what's going on. So I'm led to believe that they don't actually know who Perez is, and he just kind of joined and they're going off of what they see on the screen in the name. Keep in mind at this point, he is literally cutting himself in front of them and is covered in blood. Charlie has a serious issue with how they continue to respond. And at some points, it is insane how they are choosing to handle interacting with Perez in this moment.
Can you not
Perez, what's wrong?
Where's your mom?
What's wrong?
Perez, are you okay?
Good, bro.
No, Perez, what's
You
wrong?
gotta get out of Florida. The water probably not good. You've been drinking out the sink, huh? Yeah, you're not supposed to drink out the sink, bro. Go to Publix, get you some Beverly Hills.
Now I 100% side with Charlie in this instance with whoever the fuck is talking about, oh, it's the water. The water's the issue. I don't know what this guy's on about. I'm assuming he was looking at the camera. Maybe he was trying to riff. Like, I don't know. It sounded authentic, which is even more baffling. And again, I'm going to show a few final clips where one of the people actually wises up. It's like, oh, we should probably get help. They don't proceed to actually get help, but they suggest it, which is something.
No, Perez, no.
We need to call.
No.
Perez, why are you crashing out?
No. Don't do that.
Yo, we gonna pray for you, bro. Hey, the view's not worth it, bro. Go back home. Leave Florida, bro. He got a rooster in the back and shit, acting like he's holy and shit.
So again, I mean, one of them has the instincts to be like, we should do something to like help this guy. And still this other guy is just being really, I don't know if he's ever seen someone dying. I don't know if he's ever seen someone hurt or something. He was talking about it like a kid that doesn't quite understand or grasp the concept of like someone doing something like this or like hurting themselves. And while I agree with Charlie for the most part that they absolutely should have done something, at the same time, I can't imagine that in a similar position, if I was on TikTok live, just shooting this shit with the homies and someone came on, it would be very difficult for me to be able to parse through if they were doing it as a bit or not. And maybe bit isn't the correct word here, but I guess I mean, like, I don't know if I'd be able to tell immediately if what they were doing was actually hurting themselves or if they were just doing it to try to get a rise out of people hopping into random TikTok lives. I don't think that that necessarily justifies their behavior, but I guess I can understand more the shock and not necessarily knowing to act right away on something like this. I could be wrong. Please let me know in the comments. I probably would still wisen up to the fact that if this person is actually cutting themselves and we're seeing the knife wounds appear on their skin, that, okay, I'm going to make a phone call. I'm going to try to do something. I don't know necessarily who I'd call or how I'd be able to figure that out, but I'd probably call the police. Again, I don't even know what the proper steps would look like in that situation. And maybe that is what stun-locked them. They did not seem to be the brightest group of individuals, to put it gently. Now, additionally, because of Perez's past and not being the kindest person, to put it bluntly, they were quite a toxic gossip channel, would like to spread shit and do stuff that was very salacious that got clicks. There are posts like this one on Twitter that is gaining a bit of traction here saying, I can have empathy for anybody having a serious mental health crisis, but let's not forget that Perez Hilton made loads of money by being an online celeb blogger who made being nasty his trademark. He loved outing celebs against their will. After actor Heath Ledger passed on, Perez made and sold t-shirts asking why couldn't it have been Britney Spears? Why couldn't it have been Britney Spears? Perez Hilton's work opened up a toxic era in celeb gossip. And he also went out of his way to try to get people to come out of the closet and force them out of it celebrity-wise. I think it always ends up being a moral gray area for people to, I guess, feel empathy for individuals that they think are terrible people. While I'm sure there are arguments that could be made and maybe they are legitimate arguments, I myself am a bit empathetic to a fault, and I can't really stop myself from being concerned about somebody's well-being, especially after unfortunately actually watching the clips from his TikTok live. For me, I think it's best, especially when someone is clearly not of sound mind, to give them the time to gather themselves and get out of whatever mental health crisis they're in and get treatment and be taken care of before, the lashings, I guess. Curious to hear your guys' thoughts. If anyone knows Perez Hilton's, past better than I do from my rudimentary research that I've done for the sake of this video. But to kind of bring this all together and to close it out, I have a message from Perez Hilton's family commenting on how he's doing now. And this is from his family and team. It says, many of you have reached out with concern for Perez, and we are incredibly grateful for the overwhelming outpouring of love, support, and prayers. We can confirm that Perez is receiving medical care, and our family's focus right now is on his well-being. We kindly ask that you respect Perez's privacy as well as the privacy of his family during this difficult time. If and when we are able to share any updates, we will do so with everyone as soon as we can. Thank you for your compassion, understanding, and continued support. Perez Hilton team and family. Now, I know I said I was concluding things here, but I actually was able to find something after recording that segment showing what his team had sent out. And this reads here, this was at the beginning of the TikTok live before everything went down, obviously. And people are noticing that he is clearly not of sound mind, or that he wasn't behaving like he normally did, I should say.
Is this a messy stream? Jesus is good. God saved me. I am his testimony. God saved me in many ways. God saved me in many ways. God saved me in many ways. Sorry, I know some people are turned off by that, but I just had to say it. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to my normal self eventually. I'm just so happy to be live and connecting with you all. I wish I could be answering your comments, but they're really coming in fast. God is good.
I haven't heard anything else after this, but I'm sure that recovery is now starting for him. And if anything more ends up happening with this story, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But thank you for watching. If you happen to enjoy this video or stuck around this long before you head off to your next video or close the app, if you could leave this video a thumbs up, subscribe, it really helps out the channel, and consider hyping it after that like. It does a great deal in helping me, or if you just want to chill, chat drama, and stay up to date, come join the Discord. It'll be in the pinned comment down below, and I play these on Spotify now, which again will also be in the description. So if you want to listen there, be my guest. But that's it. See you guys later. Adios. Peace. Bye. New outro.